Hey, what's up? It's Ben here. So you want that money, but it's just hard for you to reach that goal. Maybe it's getting $10,000 or $100,000 and it's hard. I understand. So today I'm going to talk about why the first $100,000 is the toughest to get. Building up net worth is a slow process and getting to $100,000 usually takes a lot of time. I'm going to go over the reason why and then talk about how long it would take to build up the first $100,000 and what you would do when you reach your first $100,000. And lastly, I'll go over a couple ways to save up more money and hopefully reach your first $100,000 quickly. And by that, I don't mean within a year or two. So a quick story about this topic. For those of you who don't know who Charlie Munger is, he is the right-hand man and great friend of Warren Buffett. Charlie Munger was asked in one of his Berkshire Hathaway meetings what his best advice was for young people getting started building up net worth. His answer was this: the first $100,000 is a pain, but you gotta do it. And he goes on talking about bootstrapping it up to get your first $100,000, and that's true. When you have $0 in your bank account, you can't expect it to grow to hundreds of thousands of dollars from nothing, right? Because you have nothing to fuel the growth. It'll take a lot of working and saving up to get that money. That's why getting your initial $100,000 is the toughest. After that, you can let your money make more money for you. For instance, if you're just investing in and you're at the 100K mark, the effects of compound interest will really start to kick in and your net worth will start to grow faster than the amount that you're saving. So let's take a look at an example and look at the math on it. Consider John, who saves up $10,000 each year to build his net worth. Then he doesn't invest his money. It would take him 10 years to reach $100,000, right? But when he invested at a 10% annual return, he will reach $100,000 in 6 years. And this is the compound interest calculator, and you can find that online. If John continues to invest $10,000 each year, he will reach another $10,000 in 4 years. So in 10 years time, John's money would have grown to over $200,000 just by investing instead of just leaving it in his bank account. And the next $100,000 will take John less than 3 years. As you can see, your money starts to work for you instead of the other way around. When this happens, the compound effect really starts to take off, and sooner or later, it'll take you only a year to build up an extra $100,000. This example really illustrates how strong and powerful compound interest is. Albert Einstein even called compound interest the 8th world wonder. Once you've saved up $100,000, your net worth will start to grow faster, and it really shows what Charlie Munger meant by saying that the first $100,000 is a real pain in the butt. And once you have your first $100,000, it'll make your life a little bit easier. Not a whole lot easier, but easier. If you just got paid 4% dividend on that $100,000, you could be looking on an average payout of $333 per month. And of course, some dividends don't pay monthly, but it's just a representation of what is possible. That money could really make a difference if you're frugal or aka economical. And at $333 per month, just living on my own, it's enough for me to get grocery for the entire month. I rarely go out to eat, that's why, or if you just reinvest your dividends, you can grow your net worth even larger and receive even more money in the future. While having $100,000 doesn't make you financially independent, it offers you financial flexibility. You could choose to grow it and become financially independent later on, or use it to travel because you have enough savings to do so. You could even use the money to start your own business. To sum it up, your first $100,000 isn't enough to retire you, but it's enough to get you more opportunities and possibilities. If you lose your job, it wouldn't be the end of the world. If you get in a car accident, you wouldn't have to be too financially stressed out. Hopefully, you have a good insurance in place too. But overall, it could give you a sense of stability. Like, there's so much you could do with $100,000. But how do we get that first $100,000? You don't need to be the smartest person to get it. You just need to be motivated, delay your gratification, and have good financial habits. Notice I didn't say anything about being smart. The real truth is that you'll need to work and just save. Just put your head down and work. You can do this even with a minimum wage job. I've started at a minimum wage job in high school, waiting tables, and kept working at a minimum wage job during and even after college. I live way below my means. I shopped in bulk for grocery. Definitely use those coupons, even the digital coupons help. I rarely go out to eat or did a lot of entertainment stuff because I didn't have much friends, but that could be a pro and a con at the same time, and I'm okay with that. I did have a car though. Since work wasn't too far, I could just walk to work, and during the walk, I get to exercise and listen to my audiobooks, which was a win-win for me. At one point, my monthly expenses was less than $500 per month, and that's including housing too. You might be wondering why housing is so low. It's because I live in a tent and rented out someone's courtyard space. Basically just camping on a budget, and that's my tent that you see on the screen. And if you want to check out my 8 ways to save money on a tight budget, I'll throw a video link down below and you can watch that if you want. To get back on point about getting your first $100,000, you can ask for a promotion, do side hustles, or even work overtime to increase your pay. These could be doable. If not, that's okay. You can still save and not get into lifestyle inflation. And if you're a horrible saver, just set up a system in place that when you deposit a check, have your percentage of the money automatically go into your saving or investments. Most importantly is just sticking to the process that you have created for yourself, whether it's working or saving enough to invest later on so your money can work for you. Tiny lifestyle changes will definitely make a huge impact in the long run and how fast you're able to reach your first $100,000. Overall, I hope by now you understand why getting your first $100,000 is the toughest. Everything takes time to work. Just by going over the examples I showed you about John, the first $100,000 will take him a while to get there, but after that, his next $100,000 is faster. And you don't need to be making a lot of money to get started. Saving is also key. I've shared my own experiences with you about living below your means and just being motivated, delaying your gratification, and having good financial habits will help you achieve that goal faster. And I did reach that $100,000 mark in my early 20s. It's tough, but it's possible. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If so, feel free to give it a like and maybe consider subscribing for more weekly uploads like these, and I'll catch you all later.